Hi there, this is Serenity with Serenity's Craft Corner. I have some more shares for you today. This is actually a 6-in-1 book. I also saw somewhere that it's called a Do-si-do or Do-so-do book. From what I understand, they said that this was a medieval type book back in Germany. I fell in love with it. I cannot remember the name of the lady who I initially saw it from at the moment, but I'll look for it and I'll put it in the description box below. It was on one of the journal groups that I belong to on Facebook. So it's a 6-in-1 book. There's 2 books here. There's 2 books in the middle, and then there's 2 books on the opposite side. It is held together on the side here. I didn't use clasps. I just used some ribbon to tie it up. So I'm going to open it up and I'll show you how it works. My cat just bumped my camera. I am so sorry. Alright. The signatures are actually a signature. If you make junk journals, this is a full text block. I did the Kettle Stitch. The Kettle Stitch I found works a little bit better because everything lays flat. You can't see how it lays completely flat here because of the book beside it, but you'll see on the inside. When I make my journals, it depends on if it's a junk journal. Yeah, I'll do the signatures because you can fit more stuff in it. If it's just for like a writing journal, which I have 2 over here, I'll show you. I like to use the Kettle Stitch as well. See, everything opens up flat. So there was 2 books on the front. This makes the 3rd book. And no matter which page you go to, everything lays flat because of the Kettle Stitch. It's a PETA. I hate doing it, but I like the results in my journals. Because you can see, just completely flat. So that's book 3. And then if we turn it over, pretty much the same thing. It's going to be repetitive showing, but they all open. This one is actually not up for sale. If you would like one, you can message me, Serenity Me on Facebook, or if you know me in person, just give me a call. This one is going to my best friend Kay, who also does all sorts of awesome creative writing, arts. She runs the Raindrop Corner Podcast, and I'm also going to leave a link below if you would like to check it out. Kay interviews different creatives. There's artists. There's someone that works at one of the art galleries, book novelists, all kinds of different walks of the creative life that she interviews, and I'm all caught up and I'm trying to be patient to wait for the next episode to come out. I think it's coming out this Sunday. Now this is another 6-in-1. It's built the same way as I did Kay's that I just showed you, but the difference is this right here you can see is one flat piece even though it's still 2 books, whereas this one I made it look like it's 2 books with just the panels on it, and this one is significantly heavier because I used cardstock. I used cardstock because the person that I'm sending this to actually has inspired me so much, even though they don't know that they have. She runs a group, her name is Crystal, she runs a group called Art It Out, and she started it because she fights with depression, and arting in many different forms helps her battle that depression. And even when she's having a seriously bad day, she still manages to pull something off, and she's helped me. So I wanted to make something for her to show my appreciation. She knows that I've made her something. I told her that I made her something. I just didn't tell her what it is. I haven't posted it off, and I'm not sure when I'll upload this video, but I would like for her to get this before I do. And it's the same thing. Like I said, it's all Kettle Stitched, so it'll open up flat. She can, do her art journaling in here. She can paste, collage, whatever she wants to do. And I'm kind of excited to see what she does. One side's black, one side's red, and the reason for that is because I couldn't make up my mind which color fabric I wanted to use. So I used one of both. So those are the 6-in-1 journals. And this one right here is a junk journal that I made for a friend of mine who's kind of going through it at the moment. Stephanie's coming up with back surgery. I've known her, goodness, I don't even know how many years at this point. There's nothing on the cover. I didn't really decorate the cover because I wanted her to be able to use this to journal in easily with all of the things that she's got going on. And so when we open it up, I also made another little notebook that I tucked in here. And it has some washi in it, and there is tuck spots and journaling cards all through. This one is kettle stitched as well to lay a little bit more flat. I don't remember what paper pack these came out of, but it was a whole sheet, so I just cut them all up and I made them for the tuck spots, and then I filled everything in. It's like every so many couple pages has one. And then I made tags to go into them. Oh my goodness, you see that? Y'all didn't see that. That one's empty. I have to fill that in. I can't give her an empty tag spot. Oh, and these are cute. It's just like little file folders that you can put something in and then you can write in. I think there's 4 of them in here. So there's another one and another one. It's just pretty easy, and I just inked up around it, put a little bit of ribbon on it. And you can see the washi. Just gives it a little extra something to look at. It's kind of done in order with the pages, so there's something every so many couple of pages. Like right here. And another tag. And then there's 2 little folders right here. My dogs are going nuts. And just knocked the camera. And then I had this left over from somewhere, and I thought it was cute, so I just added it into this back pocket here. So this one, even though it's kettle stitch, it's kind of like junk journal style because of the pockets and the tags. Now this one right here is for my bestie-in-law, Kay's wife, Morgan. It's somewhat kind of like a junk journal style because it has a couple of things in it, but again, this one is kettle stitch, so it lays a little bit more flat. This is raised. I cut out a heart and then I covered it with fabric. Oh, and that's another thing. All 4 of these journals I'm showing you are fabric covered. This M, I basically just drew it on a cereal box and then I wrapped embroidery thread around it. M for Morgan. And they're all closed up with ribbon on the sides, and it's coffee stained paper with the exception of the one that has the cardstock that I showed you. Alright, and it's my little note to my bestie-in-law. I love saying that. Isn't that so cute, bestie-in-law? It's like 2 for 1 there. I made a little bookmark, and this is where the heart that I cut out of came from, and then there's fabric underneath it. And this one has washi on every couple of pages. I don't know if you can see it really good, but it gives it a little bit of color in between here. So there's not too much done because this is just basically for journaling purposes, but knowing me, she will get many, many more, and she'll end up with a true junk journal at some point. And then there's just a piece of fabric with like a little hidden heart underneath. I thought was kind of cute. More washies. And again, with it being kettle stitch, you can see this is like in the back, it completely lays flat. So if you're interested in the kettle stitch, I'll find Sea Lemon is the kettle stitch that I use. She does it a little bit differently than some people. And practice does definitely make perfect, or better, I should say, with a kettle stitch. Your first couple of ones, don't get freaked out if your text block is a little bit loose. I've been doing it for a few years, and every time I do it, I get a little bit better. But yeah, I'll find that and I'll put it in there. So, yeah, these are my shares for today. I hope you like everything. And if there's a particular journal that you would like commission, you can message me on Facebook, Serenity of Me. I look forward to seeing any crafts that you have. You can also find me on my Facebook crafting group, Serenity's Craft Corner. I hope you have a fabulous day and bright blessings.